Alright, so Abdullah's joining us, so yeah, he'll just be in control.
Okay.
I muted it.
Yeah, he's just gonna be in control of the stream. I'll be sharing the slideshow, so it should be fine. Actually, since Abi's, I can do this by myself, bro.
About what?
I can do the live studio by myself because Abi's gonna be sharing the slideshow.
You guys can still see it, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right.
Okay. You want Abi to be doing it?
Yeah, I'll have Abi do the slideshow because he doesn't need to share his screen.
Oh,
I mean, he
okay.
doesn't need to do a live demo, so it should be fine.
Okay. I'll just be hanging around then.
Okay.
I'll just send an email first. I'll send the people who build your website. Yep.
Also, I'll just mute everyone right now until the start of the workshop in 10 minutes. Hello everyone, sorry there, my computer just lagged out for a second. And welcome to PersonalDev, making your own website. This is a two-part series, and this is a sequel to our first part where we explain to you how to correctly design your website. This workshop is hosted by me, Michael, Abhirup, Tarun, and Cameron. We hope you enjoy. So first of all, some HTML experience is preferred for this workshop, as we won't be going over what each function or what each code would be doing. So for today's workshop, we will be talking about Bootstrap and Code Sandbox, and also about how to make your own website. So in the website navigation, we will be talking about making the navbar, the main section text, adding pictures and formatting, and adding footer with return to the top. So first off, we have Bootstrap. So what is Bootstrap? Bootstrap is an open source HTML, CSS, JavaScript library. So it can help you, especially if you're a beginner in HTML or CSS. For example, here on the slide, we can see a line of code for creating responsive images. And you can also get examples for making cards and links and other stuff, etc. Next slide. So also, additionally, what is Code Sandbox? So Code Sandbox is a code editor that lets you code in real time. So as you can see on the screen here, you have to code on the left side, and any changes you make to it will show up immediately on the right side. But the best thing about Code Sandbox is the fact that you can collaborate with your peers, just like on Google Slides and Google Doc, but for coding. Furthermore, you can also export your code to your GitHub repositories and also fork projects, so you can take them offline and do it at your own pace. So now to the bulk of this project, to this workshop, making your own website. So before we hosted this workshop, we went over it ourselves and made our own sample website on the right side of the screen. So after going through this workshop, you should be able to design something like this, like a fan project. Look how cute the Yoda is. In the future, you might be able to put that on your website. And this is another screenshot of our website for the about. Without further ado, I'll have Tarun take over to tell you about making the navbar.
Hey guys, so I'm going to be talking about the navbar. So what you first going to want to do is to create two separate tags. Your first tag will be your header tag, and you have a header class, and you set that equal to your header area, which is essentially the name of the tag. So right here, we have a header tag. And then underneath that header tag, you're going to want a division tag named main menu. So you have a division tag. So that class is equal to main underscore menu. And you just close that tag. Then you want to go to the Bootstrap website right over here and go to the Navbar section, which you can see under components, or just type in Bootstrap Navbar and scroll all the way down till you see this type of Navbar. From there, you just copy paste it into your div class right over here. Then what you're going to want to do is create a container fluid div class. And you're going to want to do that in a way where it encompasses this area right over here, this nav class. So an easy way to do that is seeing this nav class, you click on it and see where it ends. And everything under that, you're going to want to delete just for now. So copy, paste, delete, create a div class called container fluid. And close the tag, and then copy paste everything back in. Then what you're going to want to do is delete this disabled portion, this li class disabled one. And you're going to want to delete the home one as well, as we'll only be using these two buttons for our purposes. Then here, you want to rename your li class to something more intuitive or readable, just so it's easier to edit with CSS later on. Then from here, if we want to create this link, so in a way where if we click on this, it'll lead us to another page on our website. An easy way to do that is by separating this A class into this way. And then underneath that, you want to type in onClick is equal to, and then in quotation marks, window.location.href. And then you want to set that equal to the page you're linking to. So in single quotation marks, you do // and this one will be our work icon. So we just do index.html, finish the single quotation mark and end it with a semicolon. And then you want to rename this to a way where it matches your needs. So all you have to do is create a B tag right over here. And in that B tag, rename it. You could use this format for the same li class as the one below it. So you can just copy paste this and just change the names up. So this one will be our about. Oh, the tag is not complete here. And here, and then quickly, what you would want to do is add this div class. Div class is equal to mr auto, which you can find on the slides. And you want to put that under the collapse navbar ID is equal to navbar tag right over here. So now you have your two icons, which leads you to your work and about section. Then you want to edit your main navbar section. In this case, you can do the same thing you did with these ones and link it to a different web page. Or in our situation, you can delete this entirely, delete the navbar and the href, and instead of linking it, you add an image in place of that. So in that tag, you'd want to have an image tag, an src, and set that equal to your image. And a way you can do that is by linking it to the folders where the image is located and then ending it with that .png file, like you see over here. So I'm going to copy paste this over just to represent the fact that we have created a link, or not a link, but an image in place of our navbar. Then just end that tag, and you'll have a navbar that allows you to have a work and about icon, and then an image representing the navbar entirely. So this is your HTML side of the navbar. Now you want to go to your CSS style in order to give it styling and formatting. So if we go to our CSS style, this is where our naming for our li classes matter a lot. So as you can see, I have name item and nav item 1. And this way I'm able to work those tags and edit the content in those tags. As an example, you can see I did .header area navbar representing these classes. So I go header area to the main menu in that, and then I go to navbar nav, which is the class within that class. And then from there, I go to nav item 1, which I specifically named here in order to show the about section. And then from there, I did .navlink hover. Now, if I just did that much, it gets me to the about section, and I can stylize that. So in this example, I gave it color red. But what if I wanted to make it so if I hovered on it, it changed the color? All you have to do is just add a colon and then just type in hover after that. So in this way, if you hover over this specific about icon, it changes color. And just like how you can change the color, you can change the font, the text, you can change the size of the font, the weight, and the padding. The way padding works is it starts from top, right, bottom, left. Basically, you're determining how much space is in those sections of that specific item. And like I said here, dot header area, dot main menu, and then dot navbar, this encompasses the entire navbar. So this allows me to give padding to the entire navbar. Or if I want to get more specific, I can link it to the nav item 1, which I've named over here, and give that separate padding as well. You can, experiment with this, see which one looks the best, and just know that there's different ways you can give it, stylization, give it color, and give it the hover effect. So that covers the navbar section of the website.
Thank you, Tarun. So next up, we have Abhirup to tell you about text.
Is the section where we provide the information and data of the project or the web page that we're building. And in this specific about page that we made, we actually used a card format from Bootstrap. And what is a card format? A card format is a flexible and extensible content container. So it's just like in real life when it's like someone's giving you a greeting card or a business card, those cards are basically it's that format that we can stick into the web page, and that can have different background colors, a variety of content, and lots of powerful display options. So here you can see that we used card body, card title, and card text. They're all classes of the card from Bootstrap and then we also inserted an image in the image cap on top of the card. So we can see here, this is how the about section of the web page looks like, and the images are the image cap, and whatever's below them is the about text of the web page.
Awesome. So next up, we have Cameron to talk about the images.
Hi, my name is Cameron, and I'll be going over how to put pictures into your website. So for our first example, I'll be showing you how to put 2 pictures side by side in 2 columns on the same row. So first, you want to make sure that your number at the top here adds up to 12. And since we're using 2 columns, then you would use the number 6. And you want to make sure they're in the same pics class. And we would add padding of 4 to the top and bottom of the pictures so it looks nice. And you would do that by using py. And then you would put the actual image in. And here you want to make sure it gets the picture from the correct folder on your computer. So here mine is in source, images, cam images, and the name of the picture. And then you also want to make sure you can resize your picture to whatever size you want. Here I chose a width of 500 and a height of 250. And after, you can give a nickname to your picture for easier reference later on. And you basically do this twice to have the 2 pictures next to each other. Now, if you just want to add 1 picture in 1 column and not 2, then you could do the same thing, except you would take out the line that had the 6 in it, because you don't need to specify columns anymore. And same thing, make sure it's in the same folder, correct directory. You can resize the picture and make sure it's in the same row class. And yeah, that's it for the pictures.
So last up, we have Tarun to talk about the ending, on which we can click and link to go back to the top of the page.
All right, so here I'll be talking about the ending or the back to top option. Essentially what you want to do is at the end of your code or on this specific HTML page, you want to add this code right over here. So first you create a div class and you call that container. Then under that, you create another div tag and you name that row text center py5. And then under that, you create another div tag, which says call 12. These 2 div classes basically make it so that your back to top option or your icon is in the very center of the page. So it just looks more aesthetically pleasing. And then under that, you want to have an A tag, which under in that A tag, you want it href is equal to double quotation marks, hashtag. And then in the gap between the two A tags, you can write the text you want. So like for the purposes of our website, we just use to the top. Essentially what this does is you return the page to a default state, and that default state would have been at the top of the page. All you're doing is linking it back to itself, but just to a state it was at before. So essentially what this does is takes you back to the top of the page, and you just want to close all those tags. And then from there, you can use CSS to edit the actual icon however you would like. But this is just a basic HTML code on how to create a back to top option.
Thank you. And that concludes the end of our workshop. If you have any questions, type them on the chat, and we'll be here for another 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so if there are no questions, I hope I wish you guys all a happy midterm week and good luck with your midterms. Thank you for joining.